I just got off of Instagram and I need to take a few seconds to process what I was doing on there. I posted a piece of content, and let me just tell you, Instagram has been a struggle for me. Really not knowing what to post there, how I want to show up there. But I told myself this month my goal is to post at least 3 times a week, and for the most part, I've been doing that. That was my first post of the week. Then, after I posted, I just scrolled for a little bit. I'm more inclined usually to scroll on TikTok than I am Instagram, and I just think that's because I don't know, like that's what my scrolling habit is right now. But being on Instagram and scrolling and looking through other people's content, one is just like I just feel kind of overloaded, and this isn't a bad thing, but I just feel overloaded. Like, what did I just take in? And what I'll say is like, what is being shown on my feed is a lot of talk to camera content, a lot of talk to camera reels, and I'm just letting you in on like my life as a content creator. So naturally I would feel like, okay, well, what works is talk to camera reels. And mind you, these people have audience, they are more experienced with that. They have some advantages as to why that works for them. And I did try that, and not in like a huge capacity. It's not like I've posted 10 talk to camera reels on there, but I've tried it. I've tried it out. But is it what works for me? Is it the type of content that is easy for me to create on a regular basis? The answer to that is no. And a light bulb moment that I had essentially last night is like the same way I'm moving on YouTube, the same way I'm moving on TikTok, that simply needs to be applied to Instagram. And the way that I'm moving is this: I am leaning into creating the type of content that is the easiest for me to make. Therefore, I can be consistent in it. That is the goal. So, what is the type of content that's easy for me to make on Instagram? That is simply just posting pictures. I have over 100K photos and videos in my phone. I am quick to snap a photo of something, to grab a video of something, and keeping it in the context of Instagram, that is going to be easiest for me to just post photos. And I love story content. When Instagram first got stories, I took to it quite easily because I was heavy on Snapchat, and it was just easy for me to do that type of content. And somewhere along the way, that's a long, Instagram came out with stories mad years ago, but somewhere along the way is it a lot of questioning the type of content to post. Internal questioning, has happened, and it's like, the type of content that's easiest to make for me is a type of content I would put in my stories. So I'm just telling myself, like, whenever I'm going throughout my day and I think like, oh, I want to put this in my story, or it feels like a story type of post, let me put that on my actual Instagram. And I don't know if that's going to work in terms of growth in likes or growth in engagement. I don't know if it's going to work from that standpoint, but it's going to work on the other side of things, of me being consistent on this platform. That is kind of where I'm at with Instagram. It kind of what's been on my mind this morning. I just literally took pictures of what I would be doing, what I'm doing this morning anyways, and posted them. I didn't put no text on screen. I didn't do anything. Like, I did what I felt to do with that piece, and that's what I posted. You have 15 more minutes with your show, okay? Um, so yeah, right now it's the afternoon. I wanted to go ahead and start the vlog. Um, and what's on my mind is that I have to cook. We went over to Costco yesterday, and that's when I read up on my meat, and I gotta cook But I don't know my next steps. Right now, I don't know my next steps. Hopefully, we can get out later today. That would be fun. It was like, I wasn't outside, but my husband went outside this morning and he was like, it was cold, you know? So, fall is really feeling like it's in the air here in Atlanta, and that's exciting. Probably by the time I go out, it's gonna be hot. They said the high today is 70, so in Atlanta that can feel pretty warm. Um, but it just depends. I want to talk about yesterday and how I posted the vlog and really kicked off my third YouTube channel. Hold on, I guess I'll go back over here because I don't feel like walking and talking. I kicked off my third YouTube channel. I just kind of, put together a YouTube banner real quick. I chose any photo for my profile pic, but I could change that later. And then I just did the description box and everything like that, and posted the YouTube video. And it was just such a blessing because Baker, she was asleep for like 3 hours in the bed, and I could just kind of focus. And Onyx was hanging out with her dad, and I could just focus and get that done. So that was really clutch. And then I like made a little TikTok about like that I started the channel or whatever, and told people to subscribe. Um, which I never have like I rarely promoted myself on other platforms back on my other channel, but that's because I wasn't even active on TikTok or Instagram. But now that I am, it was cool to just do that another like put myself out there and just voice, hey, this is what I'm doing. So that was really what happened. That's what I wanted to share with you.
I wouldn't say morning one, but close. Yes.
This is a PB espresso, banana, peanut butter, espresso, 2 shots of espresso, agave. I throw some hemp seeds in here, and that's really it. This is going to be like a meal replacement for me today. I'm just about to cook my dinner and just snack throughout the day, like eat little stuff that we have in the house instead of having like a lunch. Here's everything that I need to make some ground turkey meatballs. So these are the seasonings I'm going to be using. Gonna be putting some breadcrumbs, 2 eggs, mix all that up in the bowl, and then over here is my pan is prepped. I'm going to bake them.
Basically just prove that they are service goes down. It can basically fail over to the appropriate storage, makes the fix, and then fail back.
Usually
As part of
in the
a
past
construction of
I've
using data
pan
recovery
fried them or
system.
made them in a pan, but I'm trying baking them. When I'm baby wearing, I try not to be having cook
Transparency
anything where I gotta
environment.
sit by the
Basically,
stove and
for business
constantly,
specifically
watch the food.
providing
So I can
the
either
provision
I already start preheated the
is able
oven.
to
Yeah, I was gonna say I could put it in my air
so
fryer,
yeah,
but
we
I'll just go ahead and bake them and we'll see how it
for
comes
those
out.
that I know, I hope.
I forgot that I'm putting cottage cheese in there. So these are really gonna be nice high protein meatballs.
Where them sitting at? Move from me.
Oh, You see, Mom, you're distracting me.
All right, you ready?
Let's do a 10-minute cleanup of this area. Okay, I am done sprucing up this area. You might notice that it's quiet in here. Do you hear that? Daddy and daughter, our oldest, they went out for the afternoon, and man, I just been enjoying the peace. Baker, she's been chilling for the most part, and I mean, it's been a while because Onyx, she wasn't feeling well all last week and a bit of the week before that, so she's just been in the house with me, or we just been together. So I am loving this break right now. The turkey meatballs are done. I think they look really good. I'm gonna have to wait till later to tell you how they taste though. But you guys, guess what happened? So the other day I made this Sonoma post on my TikTok, and I take a while to go through my notifications, but needless to say, I was going through my notifications today, and guess who slid into the DMs? William Sonoma. And they said, hey, we liked the post you created, can we repost it, yada yada yada. And I said, yeah. So I think that's so cool. I think that's so cool. Like, that's just so cool. Anyways, what else was I gonna say? So one of the reasons why I like this time where it's quiet and I'm just with one kid, especially my newborn, which is always the case, is because I really get to kind of get into some content without being pulled in as many directions as I normally would be. I'd still have to do stuff around the house, and of course take care of the baby, but I get to kind of just flow with content, and I really appreciate when I get a chance to do that. I'm really feeling like I'm in a good flow with content right now. Between the light bulb moments I had last night, how today is even going, we done hit IG, story content, feed content. I posted on TikTok today, and my goal is to post this vlog today. So I'm really making my rounds here on social media without feeling like, oh wow, this is so much to do. Like, there's a lot that I have to piece together in order to make this post or whatever. Like, nah, this is really what I'm doing. Like, I have moved into that space of essentially extracting content from what I just do on the day-to-day basis and feeling good about it. Like, there's just a lot of alignment right now when it comes to my content creation, as well as a major decrease in any sort of negative emotions about content that does well versus content that doesn't seemingly do well, you know? Like from a vanity metrics point, like I'm not really harping on that, and that comes with reps. And as many times that I've done this, posting content shit. So yeah, I feel like I'm in a really, really good space. What I'm about to get into is making some sweet potatoes. Oven is already on. I'm just really happy to be in this place of having a multi-platform presence. I'm in the, what is that phrase? Sorry. I was trying to say I'm in the early stages of having a multi-platform presence, but I'm doing it. Like, I'm juggling this, which is not easy to do. I need to clean my lens. I don't know. It's not easy to do, and Myself a year ago could not do this. I could only focus on one platform, and that was YouTube. So now that it's like progression, like I'm honoring and acknowledging the progression that has happened in my content creator journey. And I've always been big on celebrating the small wins. That is a win. That is a win to feel this flow that I'm in right now. Like, yo, I'm in a flow. I am flowing. So these sweet potatoes are small. That means that they shouldn't take that long to cook. I am going to put them on for 30 minutes. So that's good because I'm hungry. I am ready for dinner. I will be having the meatballs, some sweet potatoes, and for a veggie, I'm going to finish up this baby spinach and arugula. That is a complete little dinner, and then I'll be having a brownie after that. While those are cooking, this is a good time for me to just reset the kitchen. And then I will do a little 1-2 on the content. Baker just fell asleep not too long ago, so that is good. I don't know if I'm gonna attempt to put her down in the bed. I can't see what time it is. Let me see. Oh, it's about to be 6. So it's 5:47. Maybe I'll keep her on me for the next 15 minutes or so, and then attempt to put her down, and then I'm really on cloud 9 up in here. Baby down in bed, and I'm here by myself. Shit. Okay, so I was able to put the dishes away and kind of reset my dining area. Over here still needs some work. But dinner is done. Okay, so we have the turkey meatballs, the sweet potatoes, and those greens with my lemon basil vinaigrette for dinner. I am so hungry, but I just wanted to do those things before I ate. The reason my eating has been delayed even more is because this little girl down here, she did not go to sleep. I mean, like, when I went to go put her down, it didn't work, okay? And she done pooped. I had to change her, do this. So now I'm ready to eat. I've been watching King's Court, and this is the finale. I really thought the show was gonna potentially give like Flavor Flav vibes or Tequila vibes, but it didn't. It wasn't OD like that. It's actually been quite entertaining. So we'll see who gets chosen. Most of the men besides Carlos, there's only 3. So Tyson and Thaddeus, I just don't feel like they're really ready for a relationship, and it just kind of showed throughout the season. So I'm just curious to see in this finale, will like they break some doors down and like really share like, okay, I actually have serious real feelings for this woman. The meatballs are fire. Like, I think the cottage cheese really helped add moisture, or I'll say like that moistness. I don't know how to put it, to ground turkey, which can be quite dry. So I highly recommend throwing in that cottage cheese in there, and then it boosts up the protein in it. I am a high protein, want to be low carb type of person. That's my main diet. I aim to have 100 grams of protein a day. Okay, shh. Okay, baby, give me 1 second, okay? One second, mama. One second. Today was one of those true stay-at-home mom days. I was at home all day. I didn't step outside once, though I really wanted to, especially to feel that crisp, cool fall air that we're starting to get in Atlanta. Um, I feel like I've been saying, I've really enjoyed this time to myself this evening. I'm sure they're gonna be back home really soon, so I'm just gonna have my dessert. I'm gonna have a brownie and relax. I'm just gonna finish watching that show and get her to go to sleep. That's why she's crying. She's ready to go to bed. And yeah, I think this was a really good day for me. Being postpartum, I can have my moments where my mood does feel quite low, or I'm easily agitated, you know, that type of feeling, but I don't think I experienced that today, and I'm grateful. I didn't experience it in a noticeable way where I can tell you right now, like, yeah, there was a time today where like I was over it. I didn't have those moments today, and I'm really grateful for that. My show just came back from commercial. I will see you guys in the next one. Bye bye.